And for you personally, kind of moving away from home, spending time abroad, what value have you experienced in that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, and this, I think, I mean, this goes for, I think, anyone moving out of your comfort zone is just incredibly useful. And finding yourself in new situations. And I think you learn lots about yourself, and I think you become a much better person for it. Like, yeah, I think, I mean, maybe the comfort zone is like enemy number one of humans. Like, it's really, really bad for us just to stay there, and having the ability and the sort of natural, because like it's so nice and so comfy in the comfort zone, right? And so going abroad, you're forced to get out of it. You can't, or like, it's really, really hard to just stay in your comfort zone. So it's like a cheat way of getting out of it. Just sort of comes for free with going abroad.
Yeah, and I guess it plays into the conversation that we were having earlier when you were putting yourself in a situation where you had to deliver for your customers in your company. You're putting yourself in that situation, out of your comfort zone, to grow and deliver in that situation, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Just like you, maybe you should make the hard decisions beforehand. Like, make decisions where the sort of the pain of the decision isn't at the time of the decision, but rather you before and make decisions that later will lead to some pain, but eventually will lead to much greater sort of enjoyment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to touch on one thing before I kind of wrap this up, is something that we spoke about the other day, and how the reason you are particularly motivated to kind of do things and kind of try things out and start things is that you said that you felt particularly comfortable within yourself. Do you want to just talk to me a bit about that?
Right. Yeah, it becomes when you feel very self-conscious and don't have very good confidence, then sort of doing anything that's just slightly different or has a risk of failure becomes very, very scary, right? Because it feels like, well, if I fail, what will people think of me? Who will I be? I will be a shame to everyone. And I think that's just like a big deterrent to people, including myself, from doing things. And when you feel comfortable in your own skin, comfortable just doing whatever you feel like doing, well, that's when you're going to do the things you feel like doing. That's when you're going to find yourself in situations that actually fit you.
Yeah. And I think it's just that kind of what you explained to me the other day. It's almost like liberating because it allows you to do things, and that fear of failure kind of diminishes because you're doing it for yourself almost. You don't really care about what other people think or the perception that has. And I think the other thing is that once you start doing and experience the growth of doing, it then becomes a reinforcing behavior, and you do more of it. Yeah.
And like, if you fail, you know that you are more than just the thing you're doing. You know that you feel like you're worth more than that, which means that if you fail, there's something left. Like, you're not completely ruined, but rather you'll be fine. And that sort of feeling is I think is really important, that even if this goes to shit, I will still be fine. I will still be okay. And that I think is incredibly, incredibly important.